Well, Space Coast Daily back live here at the American Baseball Coaches Convention in the nation's capital, Washington, D.C. And some great news for the Space Coast. Our good friends from the London Badgers are coming back to the Space Coast thanks to a great meeting we had today with Terry Parks, Loren McClanahan. And this is Mike Lumley, director of the London Badgers. Coach Lumley, welcome back.
Oh, great to be back.
Yeah. Now then, you're coming back to Cocoa Beach this coming spring, and you've been coming to Cocoa Beach for many, many years. Tell us why you like the Space Coast.
I think for us, it's the location for sure. I think I've always really loved the beach atmosphere. On a side note, we always have great competition with a lot of the teams around Cocoa and Orlando. So that kind of makes a good mix of great baseball, but still have a chance to have a little bit of a spring break for our players.
Okay. Now tell us about the London Badgers. What kind of organization is it, and who do you serve?
We're an elite baseball program out of London, Ontario. So travel around. We have a league within the province, a Premier League, and then we step out and through the month of July, a little bit into August, we go to the States for kind of the our prospect type travel.
Sure. And we're planning some big things even for 26 with you for next for 26 with Loren and Terry. We're hoping to put together a showcase where we'll be able to invite many more of your friends and associates down to Cocoa Beach. That's an exciting prospect, isn't it?
Yeah, very exciting. So I know with our players, it's very hard to get seen by colleges. So having us come to an area that we can showcase our skills and have colleges around, play on premier fields. That's super important. It's very enticing to both us and anybody else that's in our league and around Ontario.
Yeah. Space Coast Daily is live here. We're at the Gaylord in Washington, D.C. You see that nice fire back there? They're gonna need that because there's a big snowstorm coming in. Now over to Terry Parks and Loren McClanahan. Terry, how does it make you feel when you hear like organizations like the London Badgers coming back to the Space Coast?
Well, we're definitely flattered. We know we have a very, very unique product in that we have sunshine, we have beaches, we have facilities, we have lots of land. And one of the things that I personally take a pride in is being able to not just talk to these baseball coaches when I go on the road, but talk to the softball coaches, talk to lacrosse coaches. This year I'll be going to talk to rowing and crew coaches. Not only talking to them about our destination in general, but what little small niche things that we can offer them to keep them coming back, not just for 1 year, but years and years to come.
Yep. We're here with Mike Lumley, director of the London Badgers, London, Ontario. He's coming back to the Space Coast this spring, 25, and also bringing much more teams in 26. And Loren McClanahan, director of baseball for Cocoa Beach Spring Training. Loren, you got the task of putting together a great lineup for Mike Lumley. What do you think?
We're excited about that. I've been involved in the game really my entire life, so the opportunity to kind of pay it back a little bit in our community. A lot of connections I've had with college coaches. Obviously, coaches and recruiting players are a big thing. The London Badgers and their organization and the Canadian folks anyway, they have great talent. So the opportunity to have a showcase for them to have tens of coaches, college coaches here is going to be exciting for them. It's going to be great for the Space Coast, and I just can't wait for that to continue to unfold.
Yeah, and of course, now that the Washington Nationals have gone, Space Coast Stadium is really staying busy thanks to USSSA, and I know you hope to do a lot with Mike and his teams out there with a showcase possibly in 26. Tell us a little bit about that concept and how will it help our local hotels and also our local ball teams.
Well, what's going to be exciting is me and Mike are working hand in hand on that to create the atmosphere that's going to attract his league, his Premier League. 8, 10, 12 teams will come down. The fields will be rented. They'll have an opportunity to go through a pro day showcase where they'll be timed in their 60, their velocity, and we'll have colleges on hand that are looking for players and be able to really just make those introductions. So it's going to be an exciting time on the Space Coast, and also for our Canadian programs to come down here and really show that they compete at a very high level and they have a product to offer. And I think our local coaches throughout Central Florida and abroad are going to continue to recruit those players for college.
Yeah, I know you work very closely with the Marijuana Little League with Scott Hintz out there at Metro Ellington, and it's very important for development, isn't it? I know you went to Merritt High School, you coached, you played there, you coached there, helped win 2 state championships. How does it help the game of baseball for our local youth?
Well, I could tell you, my kids came up through Merritt Little League, and for my kids, it was a rite of passage. They wanted to play the Canadian teams. I kind of tease and tell the story that my sons have hit home runs over the years, but the Canadian baseballs are the ones that they have seen. It just meant so much to them to interact with people that are from abroad and to create those relationships and friendships. And again, I call playing our Canadian friends the rite of passage. If you're in Brevard County and you haven't played a Canadian team,
Yeah.
You need to be playing them, because not only is it great competition, but it's also an opportunity for your kids to be able to develop the game worldwide.
Now, once again, this is Terry Parks, Coach Mike Lumley from our friends north of the border, coming back to the Space Coast in 25 and 26. Now, Terry, I know you've been working on some other big sporting events for the Space Coast. You've got some coming up too, don't you?
Yes, we do. We have the Cam Newton 7-on-7, 7v7 tournament coming to Vieira Regional Park on January 18th and 19th. We also had him T1 in, I had the organization back in December, and which was a great event which featured teams from all over the country. And that's one of the things that we try to do, regardless of the sport. You know, for us, it's all about visitor spending, bringing people in from outside of the state of Florida, from outside of Brevard County, and spending 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 10 days sometimes, just to bring some sports here, have them enjoy our amenities, have them enjoy the beach, have them enjoy our facilities, spend some money, use our restaurants, buy our gas, and just have a good time while they're here. And more times than not, way more times than not actually, they always are looking to come back and do it again.
Yeah, that's great news. Coach Lumley, thank you so much for your time today, and we wish you the very best of luck with your season. We're looking forward to seeing you back here in March. Got a lot of teams coming down in March here on the Space Coast. And as we close here today, what message do you have for folks north of the border about working with us Americans down here?
Well, I don't even think you guys as Americans anymore. It's like, I think I've been doing this for 25 years,
Yeah.
and the testimony is kind of in that, right? Is that you know, guys like you and these guys that we work with on a yearly basis tells you why we come back. I'm not a guy that really likes to get out there too far, but I'll be the guy that anybody that's, you know, we're comfortable with and works with us and we working with them, we kind of have that like mindset is who the people we want to deal with. So the fact that I come back year after year for about the last 20, 25 years is probably a testimony by itself.
Yeah, well, we really love our friends from north of the border, and coaches like Mike Lumley, so important to the game of the baseball and developing youth. I want to thank you, Mike, for your service over the years. I know you've literally served so many families. Terry, Loren, thanks so much for joining us on Space Coast Daily. Keep up the good work, and we're looking back to getting back to the sunshine. Mike, and we'll see you soon down in the sunshine on the Space Coast. For Mike Lumley,
Can't wait to get to the sun.
there we go. For Mike Lumley, Terry Parks, and Loren McClanahan, I'm Giles Malone for Space Coast Daily. We'll see you back in the sunshine.